Let's get one thing straight. You're probably hiring your next technical program manager all wrong. You're looking at resumes from fancy schools. You're impressed by big company names. You're nodding along as candidates throw around buzzwords like synergy and optimization. Meanwhile, you're completely missing the one thing that actually matters: whether this person can get their hands dirty, whether they can navigate the messy, complicated world where code meets chaos. What you really need is a master plumber for your technical pipelines. This mistake doesn't just cost you a bad hire, it can derail entire projects and cost you millions. So, how do you stop making this costly error? That's what we're here to sort out. This guide isn't about academic theories or HR fluff. It's practical. Find, assess, hire a TPM who can actually do the job. We'll break down what this role really is, what skills matter, and how to separate talkers from doers. Think of this as your field guide. Speak fluent engineer, fluent manager, fluent customer. Ready to get to work? Chapter: What a good TPM actually does and why a bad one sinks the ship. So, what is a technical program manager really? Forget the tidy job description. A TPM is the connective tissue of your technical organization, the translator and negotiator. They take high-level goals and break them into thousands of tangible technical steps. They dive into system design discussions and question architectural choices. They flag risks before they become full-blown emergencies. Hire the right person and you get faster delivery, higher quality, and a supported team. A great TPM brings order to chaos. A bad one sinks projects. Have you had a project go off the rails even with brilliant engineers? Check who was steering. This guide gives you tools to make the right call. With the right TPM, engineers focus on building great products. A weak TPM becomes a human email forwarder. They can't challenge timelines or push back on stakeholders. Deadlines slip, miscommunications multiply, morale drops. The cost can be astronomical in dollars and in team morale. When you build a JD, it's easy to get lost in requirements. Let's cut through the noise. There are a handful of must-have skills that are non-negotiable. First, technical acumen. Understand system architecture. Second, software development life cycles. Agile, Kanban familiarity. Third, credible conversations with senior engineers about API design and scaling. Fourth, dependency mapping and risk management. Fifth, orchestrating complex interconnected work. Ask them to walk you through the messiest project they managed. Experience matters more than certifications. Nice-to-haves, deep domain expertise, fintech, healthcare, e-commerce, and familiarity with tools like Jira, Confluence, AWS, or Azure. But don't make these deal breakers. A smart, adaptable TPM can learn tools quickly. Everything else is gravy. Prioritize foundational abilities, technical depth and program management grit. A good mechanic can fix any engine. They'll learn where the spark plugs are. Don't pass on stellar candidates because they lack one specific vendor skill. Next, how to spot a real TPM in the wild. Your interview process is your diagnostic tool. It's where you separate resume artists from the real deal. Go beyond, tell me about a time. Assess soft skills with surgical precision. Critical. Can they articulate complex technical problems to a non-technical executive? Can they mediate a disagreement between two stubborn engineers? Test this with role play. Give them a hypothetical and ask them to act it out. Example: lead engineer wants 6 weeks to refactor. Product manager promised a client a feature in 4 weeks. Walk me through how you'd handle it. What meetings would you set up? Who would you talk to first? What data would you gather? Weak answers are vague compromises. Strong answers quantify risk, propose interim technical solutions, and enable data-driven trade-offs. TPMs often have no direct authority. They lead through influence and persuasion. Ask, tell me about convincing a skeptical engineering team. What was their resistance and how did you overcome it? Give an ambiguous problem. Improve app performance with unknown bottlenecks and limited budget. What are your first 3 steps? Great answers. Gather telemetry, form hypotheses, run small experiments, define KPIs. They start by framing the problem, not jumping to solutions. Section 5. Avoiding the landmines. Fair, smart, and compliant hiring. One huge mistake is moving too fast and relying on gut feelings. That's where bias creeps in. Use a candidate scorecard that lists the competencies. Rate every candidate on the same criteria to force evidence-based decisions. When sourcing, cast a wide net but also fish where the fish are. Top source #1, LinkedIn, best for active and passive professionals. Top source #2, professional communities and conferences like PMI for program managers. Also valuable, niche Slack, Discord communities and employee referrals from your engineers. Goal: a diverse pipeline, not clones of your existing team. To evaluate motivation and fit legally, avoid personal questions about age, family, or religion. Ask, what kind of technical challenges excite you? What makes you feel accomplished? Describe your team's culture and ask how they've thrived in similar or different environments. Example phrasing. Our team is highly collaborative. Tell me about working in a transparent environment. Avoid snap judgments. Follow your structured process to build a fair, defensible decision. If needed, partner with a specialized recruiter who understands TPM roles to build the pipeline. Spot the red flags. Slick presentations with no technical depth, vague answers, inability to quantify risk. Green flags, concrete examples of systems work, quantified trade-offs, influence without authority. Example, weak, I'd compromise with no plan. Strong, I'd gather telemetry, estimate impact, propose a canary fix and a stakeholder decision matrix. Hire for technical credibility, program grit, communication, and the ability to influence. Recap, 1. Define needs precisely. 2. Use structured scorecards. 3. Role play and scenario questions. 4. Source widely. LinkedIn, professional communities, referrals. The right TPM is a force multiplier. The wrong one is expensive drag. If you hire right now, check peopleteam.com/hiring for templates and scorecards. If this helped, subscribe for more hiring guides, and reflect, who on your team could benefit from this checklist today? Thanks for watching. Now get out there and hire the TPM who keeps your ship afloat.